Yes. All right. Yes, Apurva. Okay. Faumi. Yes. Hasna. Yes. Pradha. Okay. Dosha. Vishmi. Okay. Great. Then let's start the journey. You have a biggest goal in your life to become a doctor. I think I don't want to discuss the profession of doctor and what is it, because you know maybe better than me. Okay. Right. I think I explain you uh, the few things how we can benefit maximum in this kind of a learning and teaching methods, right? Number one thing, I gave you a notes. So these notes are quite special. They are pre-prepared note. That means printed. I mean, printing is your job. I can't send the printed note. Then certain things you have to write on it. That means a hybrid, the printed and handwriting notes. This is basically for two things. One is to not to waste the time, because traditionally, what even our time when we go to the class, still I can remember my biology teacher, and he's explaining on the board. After that, he's taking his hands to this. Now write it down. Then he's telling, number one, like he's talking and we writing on the books. It takes a lot of time. Uh, that's at the moment very difficult to practice. So that is number one. Second thing is we don't miss important thing. Even a human, like any expert, can miss one or two things, points, when he try to tell the notes himself. Like there are two kind of teachers. One teacher, like uh, our time, teacher come with only the chalk to the class, never bring anything. Everything is on his in his head, so he can tell everything. Others, they bring some kind of a notes and they look at the notes, they are telling it. But I think today we can't practice this kind of a traditional things. We have technology, we use mostly materials available, videos, notes and everything. So we try to use hybrid version of this one, right? So you have it. And second thing, on the notes, very important thing is the questions. There are questions. So these questions we are doing at the same time while we are learning. That's very important. I think this is very important thing. You can know the theory, but questions are different. So we have to do at the right place the questions. And after that, end unit, there are questions at the end of the unit. These questions are two types. One is past paper and the other questions are sample questions. Past paper question and sample questions. At least it depends on the unit. There could be less questions. Certain unit like unit 1, it's a small introduction. There won't be any question. Sometimes if you look at the paper, there's no question at all from the unit 1. But unit 2, there are questions. Then probably 20-30 questions from unit 2. If you go to unit 5, that's a huge section, there are more questions. And the fourth thing, and the last thing, you have a test, unit test. The unit test is based on the, for example, unit 1 and 2. I can give you a test, unit 1 and 2, and after that you will see the marks. So probably 3 and 4 combine one test, and unit 5 one test. So 3 tests we're going to have during this course. So you have to always keep on updating. You can't miss something like that. Okay, these are the 4 things about the teaching and learning systems, how we have to practice, right? Then if you have any questions, now it is your time to ask regarding the thing we discussed so far. Okay, you can ask verbally. If not, you can also type. Okay, I don't see so far anything, but you can ask. Uh, you don't want to wait until I say ask question. You can ask the questions, right? Fine. So we move into the lessons now. Before that, I have uh, 2 announcements. One is after 40 minutes. Anyway, I use the still free version of Zoom. We have to stop after 40 minutes. We take 5 minutes break and join for the next 40 minutes. So that's also important, having a 5 minutes break, that your brain again fresh. You can take a fresh air, something to drink, and increase your circulation, because it's very hard to concentrations for more than 20 to 30 minutes. That's a maximum concentration time of a human. So 40 minutes we make break, and like that we go. Second thing is, I hope you are well aware about using the Zoom and how to handle it. I just seen the screen, full screen, and then annotation, and how to get the videos, like all these things, right? If you don't know something, please ask me, WhatsApp me, then I can help you, right? Okay, so we start the next thing. Probably you are aware of it, but still I have to tell it, the exam. Right. If we look what is the papers and how should get the marks, it is like this. So we can basically divide the question papers into 2. One is paper 1, multiple choice questions, MCQ. So you have a 5 choices. In MCQ 5 choices and 50 MCQ, and you have 2 hours. So you get a 50% total mark for this one. And the second paper divided into structured essay, and the essay. So structured essay, you have 4 questions, each weight around 100 marks, and 4 question essays, again 150 marks, 4 questions. So here you can get 400 marks, and here you can get 600 marks. So total is 1000 marks. The 1000 marks is divided by again 20 to bring it to 50%. So then this 50% and this 50% add together, and if you can earn between 35 to 100, you are there, right? So I think you should try to get 80 out of this marks, right? And another important thing, the 50, this MCQ, it is actually 1% of the marks. So you have to target, maximize your MCQs. Let's say if you get a 50 and only you get to get 25 here to get A. And here if you look, the 1 mark is 0.05%. So it's a 1 mark equal to 1% and 1 mark equal to 0.05%. If you made an error, that's only 0.05%. So you can't make errors in MCQs. That's very important thing. You have to understand it's very important to earn highest marks for the MCQs, right? Okay, this is your exam and your marks. Any questions regarding this? No? Okay, this is general method of calculating mark, but we can having different way, like what is actually the examination, the guidelines say they actually take 15 to 2, they get 100, this 2 marks is given for this, and here they divide the 1000 by 100 and get 100. So then this 100 and this 100 again they add and they get a 200, 200 divided by 200. I mean it's literally the same thing, but the different way of doing it, right? It's again somehow half and half, whatever method, different method we use, 50% from MCQ, 50% from paper 2, right? Paper 1 and paper 2. Right, any questions? Asking question is very important because if you from the beginning make a habit asking question, you can keep on. If you don't make it, you never ask, right? Okay, we start the first unit then. Let me check again. I give 1 minute. If you have question about the methods, exams and the materials or any other things, you can raise a question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Do we have to buy the
Just 1 second. I think I should know you. Your name is
Kiturusha?
Kiturush. Great, Kiturush. Yes.
So do we have to buy the 2020 edition of the resource book?
Well, the little bit. Can you loud? Yeah.
So do we have to buy the 2020 edition of the resource book? Or is it okay to use the 2017 one?
2022. Which book?
So, do we have to use the 2020 new edition of the resource book?
Uh, I think yes, it is better to use the new edition. Do you have old one or new one?
I have the PDF of the old one.
That's okay then. I think that's okay. Uh, yeah, that's fine. If I check, I didn't see any big or anything like revised editions, anything edited one with the resource book. But you can use the one original one because uh, the new system came I think 2018. After that they actually started 2018, so then nothing much happened after that. Only thing is we have less papers. That is one of the disadvantage. We have less papers because those who did the old system, they have a question from like even 2000. So 2000 to that time they have a lot of papers. But we can do one thing, certain units, very less amount of change, like let's say unit 2, there are less changes. So still we can use old paper questions for some of the units. So then it's duty of the teacher to select these questions which is still valid for the new system and to maximize the questions. Yeah, I think you can use the resource book. It is fine. The 2017 or new one, if you have it, PDF file, print it, you can use it. Any other questions? I think you can see me. I just on the video, which make the much interaction and relationship if we see each other. But I don't really tell you to on the videos. It's up to you. You can, if you want, you can on your video. If not, you can leave it, right? Okay, if you don't have a questions, we start the first lesson, right? So now hereafter better that you can use the notes. Right, now the introductory lesson. Why we have introduction to biology? Now, reason is like this. If you look the three subjects, biology, chemistry and physics. Now all of you said you would like to become a doctor in the future. Now can you tell me, to become a doctor, that you have to enter into the medical faculties? Out of these three subjects, biology, chemistry and physics, which one is the most important subject required for the medical faculties? Now can you tell me answer for this question? What is the most important subject out of these three to enter medical faculties? Fast, very good. Okay, I got answer, one answer. Cheers, you typed. Yes. Other one. Other one. Other one. Other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I got uniformly same answer, biology. Unfortunately, you all are wrong. If you look the top class medical universities in the world, Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, you can check all these. You can search internet. The most important subject is chemistry. The requirements to enter these big universities or any other universities, chemistry is the number one subject. Then the biology is the second subject. Only these two subjects required. Third subject doesn't matter. It could be maths, it could be physics, or some universities they accept psychology or any other subject. So chemistry and biology, the most important two subjects, and chemistry is the number one subject. If you don't believe, you search. You can search entry requirement for, just type the university and you can see what is the requirement. So chemistry is the number one, and then the biology. These two subjects, students should pass these two subjects to enter into the medical faculties. Then third subject is any other thing, preferably physics, mathematics or some other subject, right? Okay, now coming to the biology, another myth is many of them think, biology, something written, I remember these things, I repeat on the paper, I get the marks. But you know, the biology is the base for all things, that people make all new innovations, new things are coming on the background of the biology. Biology is not the facts and figures. The informations are there. The information is the base. Using the information, student and learners improve their thinking power. So you will see later on, biology is like a subject. You have to make new ideas, use the basics theory of the biology. So it provides the background uh, to learn so much of things. Then first lesson is, what is biology? So what is biology? I think you have first lesson on the notes, what is biology? Right, can anyone tell me what is biology? That how do you understand about the biology? Right. Uh, yes, Kitursha. It's called, it is, right, it is a natural science. Now, what is natural? It is an existing real one, right? So, if uh, we are trying to use a science which is not natural, that means based on unseen material. We don't see it, but some kind of algorithms make the subject, but natural. We can see biology. You can see in front of your room, in your computer, if the fly is coming and sitting on your computer, the fly is living thing. So that is based, we are deal with the living things. Natural science, it's a natural science to study about the life. Now that's a hard thing. No one can define life, so I will not go ahead to discuss about the life. It is extremely difficult thing to explain, but we understand some kind of characters pertaining to the life and life and the living organism. Life and the living organism. Now, this living organism mean, then you can ask a question, well, what if the organism died, is still biology? Well, yes. If the organism is died, it is still biology, but we can't say dead things. Dead thing mean the life, it has a life, and after death we still consider it is belongs to biology. But if we want to study the dead thing, for example, the ruler, I have a ruler, so that's is its biology. No, usually we don't consider this kind of a thing biology, but we because this doesn't have a life, and we don't consider it belongs to a biology. So this give to the chemical engineers, right? Engineers, they take the job to do that. So it is a natural science to study life and living organisms. I think you can write, it doesn't take long time while we are talking. I can give 1 minute. So you can write on the notes. It is a natural science to study life and living organisms. Life, we will go ahead with this one, how we can define life. So if I ask a question, what is life? Life is to live. Life is fun. Life is to enjoy. So various answers come. Oh, life is something, explore the world. If it is going to more biology, what is life? Living thing has this. Non-living thing they don't have. So I think easiest way we can distinguish living non-living. Living thing has 7 characters. We are learning that next lessons. So these are the 7 characters living thing has, non-living thing they don't have. And who are the living organisms? Then again, any organism is a living organism is a object which has life and they can live, right? Okay. Uh, uh, is this unit 1? Yes, this is unit 1. Unit 1 is introduction to biology, and the unit 2 I send 2 notes. One is unit 1 and the other one is unit 2. So you have to use the unit 1 notes today, because we can't skip unit 1. Reason is there is a chance of asking question from unit 1 sometimes. That means if you miss 1 mark, that is bad. If you look at the past papers, sometimes there is a question from MCQ. If not, there are questions from structured essay. But some exam series, unit 1 didn't come for the papers. As a result, we have to use unit 1. Another thing is unit 1 is introduction, so we should know each other. And if some student cannot join unit 1, they don't lose many things, because unit 2 is the most important thing. So this is just to know each other and start in the class, right? It is a natural science. Okay, we are reaching 40 minutes. 5 minutes you take a break, and if you have a question meantime, you can bring these questions. So we discuss the question and we can start the lessons, right? I hope you have completed. It is a natural science to study life and living organisms. Oh, that's not here. Okay, if you have completed this one, and if you know about the definition of what is biology, then we are going to the next section, right? Okay, I'm going to delete this one.